Introduce yourself. Who is Krystal Palmer?
Hi, my name is Krystal Palmer, and I am a porn actress. I have been doing this job for about 5 months now. I have been doing mostly mainstream videos, but I am also branching out and making my own content now and publishing it through my OnlyFans as well as through many events.
How did you come up with your stage name?
I came up with my stage name because my middle name is Krystal, so I decided that was kind of a, more natural, organic name to call myself. And then for my last name, Palmer, I am referencing the TV show Twin Peaks, the character Laura Palmer on the show.
Why did you decide to get into the adult industry?
So my decision to join the adult industry was, um, it took about a few years for me to finally decide to join it. It kind of started out with a fascination for it, watching a bunch of documentaries, interviews, just reading about it. And, I've always kind of gravitated towards like a little bit of a different way of living. I, have worked normal jobs in my past, and I just could tell by working them that that was just not going to be something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So, yeah, I decided to take the plunge and join about 5 months ago. So, yeah.
How long have you been shooting now?
So, I have been working in the adult industry for about 5 months now. I joined my current agency um, back in, I think, March, and I got my first job that same week that I joined the agency.
Before porn, did you go to school, college, or have a regular job?
So before this, I did attend college. I got my bachelor's in theater arts, and I also did work a few normal jobs, mainly retail. I worked that most of my like early 20s, and I also worked in a library for a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much all the jobs I've had so far leading up to this.
What are your goals for the next phase of your career?
So my plans for the next part of my career in this industry is it's still a lot of learning that I feel like I have to do. I want to learn how to market myself better, build my my brand up. Um, Another thing that that's been a goal of mine has been to work in one of the legal brothels in Nevada. That's always been something, I mean, going into this, that was kind of my goal to begin with. So that's another goal of mine that I hopefully will achieve soon.
You've got a great look. Do you have a workout routine?
I don't really exercise. And that's something I really need to work on for myself. But I've always naturally been a slim person. So I've never really felt the need to try to figure out how to properly exercise. But I did do dance when I was younger, so I would love to get back more into that again. Just something fun, you know, make it make it enjoyable and not painful.
What makes you feel sexy?
I don't know what makes me feel sexy. I think I feel sexy when I am getting compliments during intimate time. I love when like when my partner is, giving me good feedback, telling me I look so good. So I love hearing validation, um, and that usually gets me in the mood and makes me feel sexy.
What's the biggest lie people believe about doing porn?
Um, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about porn. Um, I think so far that I've experienced that kind of was something I myself experienced on my like first shoot was that porn is a performance of sex and not the reality of what sex is in your your personal life. Um, my very first scene partner, that was something he said to me. He's like, we're performing sex. We're not like having like legit sex. You know what I mean? Like just it is sex, but it's not what you would usually do while having sex. I mean, there's gonna be like similarities, but like a lot of the positions and just the way we act in the scene is just not like something majority of people are gonna do. It's entertainment at the end of the day, and I would hope people realize that when they're watching it and not feel like bad or compare themselves to the people in the videos.
What's the wildest fan fantasy you've been pitched?
All right, so I'm still, relatively new. I feel like I haven't experienced anything super wild yet from any fan. Um, the one thing that comes to mind is I think I had a fan. He wanted to like basically have his girlfriend be the cuck, uh, like um, wanted to like fantasize about having sex with me and her watching, and um, it was just kind of interesting because usually it's the other way around where it's like the husband wants to see their wife get fucked or something. So I thought that was a interesting fantasy that that person had.
What's the hottest compliment a fan's ever slid into your DMs?
So I don't know. I mean, the hottest compliment for me is usually when someone like tells me that they think I'm down to earth and also good looking at the same time. Like, I I like it, when someone acknowledges like my personality first and then my physical attributes second. It's kind of nice to get acknowledged for that. Um, so yeah.
What's the weirdest place you've ever been recognized by a fan?
I haven't really been recognized yet out in public or anything. I have been recognized at an awards like party recently, so that was kind of fun. There's like a couple of guys who were just outside the venue, and they asked me to sign their like little picture or something, and they knew my name, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. I guess people know who I am. At least someone does. But yeah, so far that's all I've had happen to me.
Were there any memorable moments from set that you can share with us?
Let's see. So, a memorable moment. I mean, I have like more of the like funny uh, thing to share. So I was on set one day for a scene that I don't think's been released yet. Um, and it was like 100 degrees that day. And um, it was an outdoor scene, outdoor like sex scene and everything. And I mean, it wasn't like at least in the middle of the day, it was towards the end of the day that we like got to the sex scene part of the shoot. But yeah, I don't know, that was just a very interesting shoot to be doing. It was very, very sweaty, the most sweaty I've ever been while doing the deed. So yeah, that was just one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is a job at the end of the day, and I'm getting paid to do something that otherwise I probably wouldn't be wanting to do in 100-degree heat. Not gonna lie. It's not my first choice of things to do.
As a performer, what challenges have you overcome to get this far?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still in the learning process of my career in this industry. I'm just learning every time I work with someone. So, you know, each time I work, I feel like I probably overcome a little bit more more things. You know, learning how to look on camera and um, learning how to just like communicate with people about sex. I mean, it's such a big deal to have open communication with like your scene partner. Tell them your do's and don'ts, and you know, let them know if you're like really uncomfortable with something. You know, let them know like, hey, like that's actually something I'm not good at or feel comfortable doing. So you know, getting over those kind of like communication challenges, I guess, I'm still working on. Just also like just like marketing myself like on my socials, like figuring out what works and what doesn't work and what I should be doing to get myself out there more. And yeah, so it's just a lot, you know. It can be a little bit overwhelming at times to think about all that, but I just try to, you know, take it one day at a time.
What are your favorite scenes with you that you could recommend?
Some of my favorite shoots that I've done that I would, you know, suggest people go watch. You know, I really like any POV shoot I've done. Those have always been my favorite so far to film just because they feel the most intimate while shooting, and are just a really pleasant experience for me sexually. And I feel like for the viewer as well, you get to just, you know, obviously imagine you as the person I'm having sex with. So some of those shoots, ones that have come out, I know LA New Girl, that one's come out. I know there was another one I shot. I don't know if that one's come out yet, so I probably can't suggest it. I did an amateur lure shoot that should be coming out soon. And yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite scenes to shoot for that reason. But yeah.
Who are some of your favorite performers and directors?
I'm so bad with names when it comes to people. Um, so far, for performers, I mean, I've pretty much liked everyone I've worked with. I don't think I've really had any bad like experiences. So everyone I've worked with so far has been great, lovely to work with. Um, directors too. I mean, that you know, it just depends. Some shoots, I would say, like the POV shoots don't really have like a director. They do, I guess, but it's usually like a one-man show. Like he's directing it and he's shooting it and performing in it. Um, so I'm really bad with names of the directors I've worked with. But yeah, and I'm really bad with names, so I can't um, think of anyone right now.
What's the naughtiest teen idea you've turned down?
So, naughtiest thing that I personally had to turn down just because I wasn't able to authentically um, document it. Someone wanted me to basically be crying in some pictures uh, that, were just, just naughty pictures of me crying. And I was just like, I can't get to that space emotionally where I would be able to give you like me crying and looking like I've been used in all this. Um, so I couldn't really do that custom uh, for him, unfortunately, just because I couldn't cry. I tried the onion method. I tried to get myself to look like I was crying because I was chopping an onion, which made my eyes water, but that did not work. It was not a good result. So, yeah.
Is there anyone out there that you would like to work with?
Well, okay, the one person that comes to mind that I would love to collab with in the future, just because I think he sounds like such a lovely person to work with, is Girthmaster. I've heard all good things about him. But in general, I just want to work with people who are nice and respectful. Um,
Do you have any fantasies you would like to do in front of camera?
so something I've been wanting to do at some points um, is do like a kind of sub dom type of scene where I am being dominated and being forced to receive pleasure from the dominant person. I think that's really hot when when someone's forcing you to like masturbate or like is like putting like a vibrator on you and they're in control of everything and you're tied up. So I'd love to do that at some point in my career.
What is the best thing about doing porn?
I think the best thing for me about doing porn is that it's allowed me to, explore myself in a way that otherwise I wouldn't have explored, like my sexuality. Um, it also has given me a lot more freedom in just like how I work and how I get to make money. And I have, you know, met so many interesting people so far in my career. So it's all about just the freedom and just getting to have fun. Um, yeah. Favorite drink would be boba. Favorite food would be pasta. Favorite movie is Titanic. Favorite song is Empty Hearted Town by Warren Zevon. Favorite position would be the spoon position. Definitely a bottom. I definitely love to receive. I think I'm usually better at pleasing than teasing. So I'm gonna go with please. I am a classic. I am not super kinky usually, but I may be getting more kinky as I go along. I would say sneaky. Sneaky. Not loud. I can be loud though, but usually I try to hide it a little.
Any final words for your fans?
I really hope you enjoyed this interview. If you want to see more of me, you can see me on Twitter at Krystal Palmer XX, as well as my two Instagram accounts, Cowgirl Krystal Palmer Maine and Krystal Palmer Cowgirl. And then on my OnlyFans, Cowgirl Krystal Palmer. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.